In Jamaica, co-chairman of the Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC, Richard Biles, says the island's tax revenues, primary surplus and net international reserves, NIR, are doing well.
Our NIR stands at 2.3 billion at the end of May, and this is quite a substantial NIR. In fact, it is ahead of the June target of 1.8 billion. In respect of the primary surplus, for April, the country recorded $6 billion of primary surplus versus a target of 3.6 billion. So for the first month of the fiscal year, we are out of the blocks very fast.
Regarding spending by the government, the EPOC co-chairman says this continues to be contained.
On the expenditure side, there was a pretty large under-expenditure. In other words, we didn't spend as much as was budgeted. About $2.5 billion on the recurrent side to do with operations, and about $500 million on the capital side. Why is this so? Mostly because there was no budget in April. So there was no guidelines for expenditure. And in that case, I think the government people were conservative in how they actually entered into new contracts and spent.
And Mr. Biles says inflation has also continued its downward trend.
Minus 0.4% for April. Fourth consecutive month this calendar year that we have had a minus inflation figure. So the year to date, the calendar year to date, inflation rate is minus 1.7%. This is good news for consumers generally. Normally that number is positive. Thanks, of course, a lot to price of oil, which up until April has kept low. Thanks also to recovery in agricultural production, which has lowered the price of vegetables and starchy foods.